Being a change maker means you recognize the value of 1 in 1 million. That means you are being intentional about that one person. My name is Eunice Omojola. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Lagos State, Nigeria. I'm an Ashoka young changemaker and I'm the founder of the initiative Tech in Edu. My change-making idea centers around providing STEM education and digital literacy to young people. I care about this problem so much because I came from a public school background to understand how it feels not to have ICT classes and not to be digitally informed. And there was a digital gap I noticed each time I had to meet with students from external schools. This problem and this gap is what Tech in Edu is trying to bridge, and we're making sure that all students in public schools do not have to go through the same struggles that I faced. We are trying to ensure that they are digitally empowered, they have skills, and they become digital literates. The first way I've gotten people to support my change-making idea is through team formation. I was able to relay the vision that I had for Tech in Edu with 6 young people that now work with me. And I've also been able to do this through partnerships and collaborations that we've had with already established organizations. And these partnerships and collaborations have gone a long way in helping us execute the plans that we have for our STEM education, our digital literacy classes, and also the support of the schools, yes, the public schools, the principals, the teachers that have given us the chance to educate these young students and empower them. Through the work that we do at Tech in Edu, we're slowly closing this digital gap that exists between the public and the private schools. Through the STEM classes that we have, our digital literacy outreaches, we've been able to teach these young people about basic skills in the digital space. We've been able to organize STEM activities for them to get them to do practical and hands-on lessons. And we've also had members of our community who have been motivated to go back and begin their tech journey. So one of the biggest problems that we have faced in reaching out to schools is the lack of resources from these schools themselves. So many schools are not equipped with digital gadgets. So you have a class where you have one switch working, no projector. It's very challenging to want to train in this sort of environment because it is not conducive for learning at all. But what we do is the resources that we have, we use to the best of our ability. The goal that we have is always to ensure that every child is carried along. So we're taking everyone along in the process of training and we're not leaving any child out. Our online classes, most times we face issues with network. Sometimes we have young people who are not really interested, are not very engaging. But we continue to show up, do our work, we continue to be more vocal with our storytelling. As a change maker, I aspire to bring educational equity. Educational equality, I believe, is not enough because giving the same platform to both to students that are in marginalized areas and those in the urban areas is not the same and will not be so effective. I believe that educational equity is important because you are meeting the marginalized children where they are. I believe and I hope that Tech in Edu will be able to bring STEM education to schools and areas that are not recognized, to more public school students, and also to empower young people who are confused on what tech track to pursue but have an interest in tech. We also hope and we know that we'll be able to show young people that no matter what your passion or interest is, you can always merge it with tech and be relevant as a young person. Empathy is very important for any change maker. You cannot solve a problem that you do not understand, and you will not be able to effectively solve a problem that you have not felt. I can say I have worn the shoes and I know where it pinches. And for any change maker, you need to be empathetic. It is not enough to say sorry or be sympathetic about a problem, but what can you do to fix it? So empathy is very important for any change maker. The first thing I would say to any aspiring young change maker is to start afraid. You don't have to have it all figured out. All you need to have is a very strong why. You need to have a team of people that understand what you do and have trust in you. You must also build credibility because if you're going to get people to work with you and align with your vision, you must be a credible person. So start afraid, start somewhere, start someplace, believe in yourself and trust the process. With time, things will become clearer. And as you open yourself to unlearning, sharing, and relearning, you're going to see that you're making the change that you have always aspired to want to make. So I believe everyone needs to be a change maker because there will be less problems and more solutions. You do not have to have a very large space or a very large number of people to start with. But being a change maker means you recognize the value of 1 in 1 million. That means you are working with one person, you are being intentional about that one person, and then you just let the ripple effect of the positive change that you have impacted to that one person just take its course. So when you see a problem, go all out to solve it.